Brat and her wife, Jesseca Judy Harris-Dupart, are expecting their first child, and they're exclusively telling people when they made the decision to expand their family.
I think it was around the time of the wedding that we started discussing it, decided to extend our family. It's been quite a journey. I'll tell you, there's a lot of stuff we learned about women that are over the age of 40 and fertility and infertility and IVF and all of that. So it's been a journey.
Yeah, I think it started out, it was almost a joke. It was a promo, and she was she had a new collection coming out with Kaleidoscope hair products. So we were like, we're extending our family, ha ha ha, right? Because she's like the genius with the creativity and stuff, right? So then we got such a huge response. It was like, oh my God, do we want to have kids? And if we do, girl, we better hurry up because I'm 48 and she's 40, 41 now. So we just went from there. Like, it was like, oh my God, like, because we talked about it earlier in our relationship, but we were so busy, like nonstop. We decided, you know what? If we're going to do it, we better do it soon, like now.
Mm. The rapper didn't think kids were in the cards for her until she met her wife of 1 year.
I never thought I was gonna have kids. Like, I just thought it wasn't in the cards for me. But, I've had my great career. I've had feel like a full life, and I've had so many wonderful things happen. And, I just felt like because I didn't get pregnant earlier on, that it just wasn't gonna happen for me. I feel like I might have missed that boat, but I didn't. So, like, I'm so grateful that I didn't. And I didn't really think about kids like that. I'm a great godmother. I'm a great auntie. I'm a great like, I love kids, but I just thought I had missed that boat. But when I met my wife here, I started looking at life so differently. Like, I was just like, I want a little me with you. I want someone to take care of me and love me the way you tell me you felt when you had your kids. And, like, I want one of ours together, something special from the both of us that we can share and raise and love unconditionally.
But the loving couple's road to parenthood was a long one.
We let her carrying, and that wound up falling in our favor because when I did egg retrieval, I wound up having blood clots in my lungs, wound up in the hospital.
An enlarged heart.
It was a whole ordeal. The little fine print, and you just never know. You never know that when you become a woman of age, 40 or 40 and above, everything gets a little bit more complicated.
Changes.
So even once that happened, they said if I was the one that was going to be carrying, it just was going to be a little bit more intricate, more testing and more this and more that. Not that it was impossible. It just would just be a little harder. She had to get polyps removed.
Yes.
She had 2 polyps.
First it started off, I had fibroids, and I was like, oh my God, what is that? But luckily they weren't in my uterus, so they wouldn't affect a pregnancy. And then I had to get this horrible hysteroscopy or whatever you call it, where they stick this thing in you, and they told me it wouldn't be painful. Child, I like to die when they
scope.
It's a little scope, but it was so painful. But found polyps. They found a polyp. So I then had to have surgery for that. Dr. Jackie did the surgery, and then she found 2 polyps. So she got them out because those aren't healthy to, when you're to have a baby. So I had to do that. And then I think I was clear. And then I got the first embryo transfer, and we waited the 10 days and we were pregnant. And then a few days later, we lost it. So it was like, we were so happy. And then it was like depression. I kind of hard because I had never been so excited about something that I didn't even know I wanted. And then I fell in love with the idea, and then it was like all snatched away from me. So it was kind of a hard pill to swallow, and it just became scary and really serious then, because then I felt like I'm not quitting until this thing works, So luckily she had quite a few eggs left. I had none left, girl, but she had a few eggs. and they were able to save them. And we went again for the second embryo transplant, and the numbers were super duper high. And we waited before we told anybody till the first semester.
After the first trimester.
I'm still learning. After the first trimester. after is when we told people when we were like in the clear. So it's just a blessing. I'm excited.
This relationship has changed a lot for the Brat, including inspiring her to live her most honest life.
I was never really with anybody that made me want to share it with the world until I met this one. So, you know, when we came out together, it was well, she was already out, child. But when I came out of the closet, you know, it was just an overwhelming love. Like so many people, I was like, damn, if I knew it was gonna be this nice and loving and receiving, I'd have probably came out a long time ago. No, but it was because of her and her inspiring me and me wanting to scream from the mountaintops that I found somebody that I am totally in love with and I don't want to hide it anymore. So it's way different and I'm grateful that it is.
For more with the Brat and her wife, Jesseca, pick up this week's issue of People on newsstands Friday.